My daughter made a terrible mistake and it saved her life. I was pushing the grocery cart through the automatic door of the market and my cell phone rang. I checked the number and happily answered. I always enjoy hearing from any of my adult children. I think it was nearing noon on a Monday on the West Coast. I stood at my cart looking at the bright lights of the store and something in my daughter's voice caused me to almost sway as time stood still. Mom, I don't know where to go. Everybody is running and I heard a huge blast, like a gas explosion. I said to run away from the noise, run with the people. It was my daughter who made a mistake, which saved her life and limbs. She was a young adult making a life for herself as a dancer in New York City. My husband, her father, had flown to the East Coast to run his yearly marathon. My daughter, wanting to see her dad and experience the thrill of seeing the finish line of the Boston Marathon, decided to take a bus to Boston for a small trip. She anxiously found her way to the best spot available for viewing this event, and that was at the corner of the sidewalk on the finish line. The weather was good and people were excited and talking as the event took place. Since she was there by herself, she was talking to strangers and spent most of that time talking to a woman and her baby. Her phone rang and she saw it was her bank, being that it could be important. And it was April 15th, tax day. She thought she should take the call. She answered, but was having trouble hearing the message, so she left the corner, knowing from her tracking app on her phone, that her dad had quite a few more minutes until he was due to finish. They, of course, put her on hold for several minutes, so she waited a few blocks from her original spot. Apparently, she had switched some numbers on her savings account and the bank was unable to deposit her tax return. It was unexpectedly efficient of the bank to call her and to get it straightened out so quickly. She did get it all corrected and she was making her way back to the storied finish line. That's when she heard the loud bang that set everyone running. I got the call in the grocery store, left my card outside of the door, and went to my car and instinctively turned on the radio. A few seconds later, breaking news came on the news station. There had been a large blast and then another one at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. At the time, nobody was sure what had happened. They stopped the runners with no explanation. After waiting for several minutes, my husband and the other runners dispersed and he started walking back to the hotel. He had no cell phone with him. I don't know how long it took him to get back, or when he found out what happened, but it was chaos. My daughter, being exceptionally distraught, made her way back to my husband's hotel lobby where they had a default rendezvous plan anyway. The TV was on in the lobby, and my daughter said she recognized faces of celebrities getting on the elevator of the hotel. She did calm down and she and my husband were police escorted out that night during the curfew.